What's going on, guys? Strange here, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today, we're going to be kind of talking about the loot problem in Iron Banner. I know Iron Banner, especially today, after they announced that it's going to be 2 weeks long instead of 1 week, it's kind of a hot topic right now. Personally, I think it has the weirdest identity in the game where it's supposed to be considered endgame PvP, and it's not being treated as endgame PvP at the moment. And obviously, there's multitude of issues with it, the game modes, the the matchmaking system. There's a lot going on with it, but my biggest gripe with this game mode is its loot issue. There's there's not much to chase, and everything that they bring back to Iron Banner or bring to Iron Banner is old weapons from D2 already, stuff that I already have in my vault. So, like, I mean, sometimes we get new things. Forsaken is like the biggest example I think of it, where we got that whole like wolf set, which I is one of my favorite designed like sets in the entire game. I love the Forsaken Iron Banner set, and I mean, I'm happy that they come back. I'm gonna have it pop up on the screen here in like a second. I'm happy that it comes back, but at the same time, like I want new things, or at the very least, bring some D1 stuff back. I would love to see Clever Dragon come back. Like those design weapons are so unique and so cool. But I do think it's kind of a like letdown that none of the major DLCs have like an entire Iron Banner weapon revamp. And I know they said like, something about the whole ritual weapon revamps. That I understand. That's like every season, but like for an event like Iron Banner only comes around so often. I kind of feel like every major DLC we should have a major weapon revamp or reset, something for us to chase. Because I'll be honest, I couldn't care less what game mode they threw in it. Obviously, I'd prefer no skill based matchmaking in Iron Banner, but it is what it is. I just want something to chase. I want there to be loot specifically tied to PvP, stuff that I can chase in PvP for PvP, right? There's the Iron, the Forsaken stuff. I know we did also just get the Reese like weapon set. That is another really nice weapon set, but that's like almost two years old now. And like sometimes we get these new weapons, but most of the time we don't. Like I think we've gotten like 3 or 4 new weapons over the course of a while. Like I want to see a whole new weapon set, especially because like in the story, Saladin is now part of the Cabal. This is like the perfect opportunity to give us Cabal themed Iron Banner weapons. Like that would be sick. Or give us Iron Banner themed weapons based on the DLC. Like maybe some weapons that are like in the final shape type of form, how it's like all jagged. There's like, you know what I mean? Like how the final shape looked in like the cutscenes. Give us some weapons like that in the DLC with an Iron Banner theme over it. Or at this point, give us some like already modeled weapons in the game and have a unique Iron Banner like look to it. Give us some weapons from other areas of the game. Maybe like Waking Vigil with a really cool, unique Iron Banner look to it. Like give us something to chase right now with Iron Banner, because right now it just feels like a glorified 6v6 playlist. Like, yeah, it's different loot, but that's the same loot we've been chasing for like 2 or 3 years now. And like I said, yeah, they added some stuff here and there, but 90% of the archetypes too aren't even like weapons that are normally used in PvP. Like, we just got a Waveframe grenade launcher. Well, granted, it is really good in PvE, but is this not supposed to be endgame PvP content? Trials gets really good like PvP weapons all the time. We had Immortal not too long ago that was like defining for the Crucible. We just recently got Aisha's Care, which it's kind of weird, but it's a 2 burst pulse rifle. They're kind of decent in PvP right now. They're really good in PvE right now. Like they're really good. and it's strand, so it's really good for PvE. So I mean, I like we got a PvP strike team. Let's start to see more PvP stuff. I understand I'm gonna get a lot of comments. Oh, this isn't a PvP game. You know, oh, we want PvP gone. It's in the game. PvP is in the game. There is a relatively good sized community for PvP. And it doesn't just have to be the hardcore players that want this stuff. I'm not like I don't go flawless every week. I don't, actively go out and do trials. Sometimes I just literally sit here and play 6v6 all day long and just, like it's the same way that people go pub stomp and COD. It's the same reason that people go play Halo pubs. Like people just want to play the game PvP. And that's okay, but there needs to be something to be able to chase if you're going to introduce these endgame PvP, or not introduce, but have these PvP endgame activities, and there being no loot, or it's all the same loot, or old loot, or rehashed loot from stuff that it's been sitting in my vault for 4 years. Like we're getting back, I think, Criminal's Dagger for like the third, maybe fourth time. It was either Criminal's Dagger or Steady Hand. I don't remember which one. We're getting Claws of the Wolf back, which I'm going to be a little biased with because when it first came out, I was like fiending over it. I did like a 6-hour live stream, was up till 4 a.m. just getting roll after roll after roll. I'm gonna play it and get it again. But the keyword there is again. When are we getting new stuff? I want to, see like a new pulse rifle that's like a unique archetype. Like we have all these new archetypes in the game too. Like imagine a 2-round burst PvP focused hand cannon. Give us a trace rifle. Make it PvP focused, kind of like Prometheus Lens-esque. Give us PvP specific loot in our PvP quote unquote endgame activity. That is all I would want to see. I don't care what else you do. The Iron Banner, honestly, I just want something to chase. I will gladly sit there and bash my head for 2 weeks in a row to get a rolled gun of a weapon that I really, really want, that is specifically made for this mode, that is not